Hm. Ah, verpiss dich! Verpackung. So. It was the last session of the hard subject this term. Most students didn't like it, because of its difficulty and too hard to understand teacher, I suppose. But I found a kind of pleasure in dealing with tables, with tables, graphs and diagrams. Counting the figures by pieces, I arranged them in columns and lines in the right order, summing up, subtracting, dividing and multiplying, and using them to get a precise picture of any event. No number could avoid my attentive gaze. All of them would be captured, calculated, analyzed. Each of them would get an index number and a place in their proper cell. After its arrival, every digit will be assigned a bunk, work uniform and off-duty clothes, and will be sent to perform its assigned task. Some will be digging a trench from 9 to 5, some will marching off to fence the trench, and some will be trying to hit a linear regression on the shooting range. What are you thinking about? Well, technically I stopped writing and gazed at my classmate. Taking notes on the lecture, as you can see. Ah, just screw it. Just read the workbook afterwards. I'll read the workbooks. Ah, fuck. I'll read the workbooks as well. Pfft. I'm always astonished by you. What's so astonishing? You're planning to gain a first-class diploma, aren't you? Never thought of it. Don't tell me you really find it interesting. Ugh. I remember that just a moment ago I would imagine myself emblazoned. Emblazoned? That I would imagine myself placing it for 20 on a banner borne aloft by a regiment of ditches and couldn't help smiling. You won't even need all this stuff. Everything will be needed. At least for general development. The classman cried sarcastically. I bet you never read even a single book in your whole life. So what? Yes, challenged Lee. Just stating a fact. And you're always somewhere up in the clouds. He was right about it. Although I would regain part of my lost social skills, I often slipped out of the touch with reality, dreaming of something else. You say it like it's a bad thing. And there's nothing wrong with not reading books either. Human beings can't have only material needs, I said philosophically, mocking him. Oh, you're such a downer, yawn. Was was verändert? Nö. The lecture was approaching its end and I began to plan out the rest of the day. Need to buy some groceries and later finish a project and send it to a client, and then I go to write down notes. And then in the evening I can't just read or watch something. Unless someone phones or writes to me, there are no urgent matters, so I can spare some time for my mates. Oh, 5 whole minutes to go. I looked at my phone and realized that it is exactly a year after I returned from the Studium pioneer camp. My soul felt warmer from such thoughts, and I smiled blissfully. It's not often anymore that I recall those events. Obviously, one can't just forget something like that. Those moments of something bizarre and extraordinary that are engraved in my memory forever. Normally, even the happiest moments fade in just reminiscence of the remain, nothing more. But the week spent in Savionok was different. I remembered everything in perfect detail. The terror of the first minutes after waking up in the bus, the first day heart full of surprises and amazing acquaintances, cheerful and carefree pranks with Uliana. Just take the trick with the ghost, for instance. The West Soviet comedians would envy it. And the pioneers had such expressions. They were dying laughing. It sure would be nice to meet Uliana in real life. Well, she is not always perfect, she's hyperactive and she doesn't have any idea about good manners, and doesn't meet such a sincere, carelessly cheerful and energetic person very often. Maybe she gave some of that energy to me. The bell rang, my classmate stood up, said goodbye and left. I started packing my exercise books and textbooks into my backpack when I suddenly heard someone's voice in front of me. Excuse me, is this the 41st lecture hall? There's a sign on the door. No, there's not. Girl's voice sounded offended. Someone must have removed it. So is this the 34th? 34th. Ist das eine Anspielung auf Rule 34? Yeah. At last I closed the backpack and raised my head, intending to stand up. Ah, what the fuck? Oh, die erinnert mich an irgendjemanden, den ich von Real Life kenne. Jesus fucking Christ, das ist... Oh! Now I know. The girl looked terribly familiar. Haven't we... Yes, I thought the same. She looked very surprised. But I don't remember where I could have met you. Neither I do. What year are you in? First year. Oh, still pretty much green. The girl smiled. Everything is still ahead of me. Yes, I'm already past everything. And what about you? Fourth. So is it difficult to study? Was, ist denn schon im 4. Jahr, Alter? Jahr oder Semester? Ja, wir sind im 4. Jahr? Aber er hat doch gesagt, es ist 1 Jahr her seit Sowjetnock oder so. Okay. So, is it difficult to study? For the first year, it is. I knew it, she said in an upset manner. But it gets easier with time. It's always easier when you get used to it. Sometimes I'm too lazy to do things. Yeah, that also happens. Do you still have any stuff from the first year? If you share it, it'll be easier for me to prepare for examinations. Obviously I had nothing, my first year was finished a long time ago. But I suddenly felt a strong desire to ask for a phone number, so I lied. Yes, maybe. But I'll have to check. That's great. We exchanged our telephone numbers. My name is Semyon. What should I call you? Uljana. And then I realized who this girl reminded me of. Exactly, she's Uljana, just around 5 years older. For a moment I was lost for words. What? It's an ordinary name. That was Lenin's name. What? Lenin Uljana? She said, pouting. No, just... Have you ever been to a pioneer camp? When I was a kid. Why are you asking? In the blink of an eye, all the events that happened in Studium flashed in front of my eyes. So it wasn't a dream. Although there were just summer camps, not pioneer ones. Uljana added. So you weren't wearing a uniform. The one with a red neckerchief? Of course not, fashion police alert. She laughed loudly. But why are you asking? I was about to tell her everything, but then realized that she will just consider me a psycho. After all, this girl was much older than the Uljana I remembered. Maybe she just looks like her. I had a dream, and I think I saw you there. A kind of déjà vu. Déjà what? It's when one sees something for the first time, but believes that he has seen it before. Well, now that you mention it... Her face became serious. Dude! Sie sieht aus wie ein Mädchen von der Animexx, die ich mal gebumst habe. It's a little bit scary, ja? It's a little bit scary, aber I can handle it. I think I've seen you somewhere as well. Definitely. Maybe it's just that thing you just said. An interesting coincidence, don't you think? Na, ihr Aussehen ist mehr so eine Mischung aus Die eine, die ich von der Animexx gebumst habe und dann noch eine andere von der Animexx, die ich mal bumsen wollte. Also ja, eine Mischung aus den beiden ergibt sie. Awesome shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'll give you a call. See ya. She laughed and ran out of the room. Appearance, behavior, way of talking, she's definitely that exact Uljana. So does that mean the dream is coming true? I can't help but enjoy it. And above all, I see this vibrant, cheerful girl again for sure. Attack on Pedo Beer? War das Uljana gute Ende? Okay. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis. Ich glaube, das kennen wir schon. Attack of the Pedo Beer. Das ist auf jeden Fall ein CG, das von jemand anderes gezeichnet wurde. Genauso wie das hier. So. Das war das Uljana gute Ende. Das gute Ende von Uljana, ja? Ich weiß, dass es von ihren einen nackten Sprite gibt. So viel weiß ich. Ja? Es gibt einen nackten Sprite von ihr. Das heißt, es muss auch irgendwo eine Sexszene geben. Oder zumindest einen Moment, wo sie irgendwo nackt als Sprite rumsteht. Aber wo? Gibt's das dann vielleicht im Bad Ending? Ich meine, gibt's ja auch manchmal. Das war ja bei Kata wa Shoujo auch so. Es gibt ein Bad Ending, wo man zwar eine wegknallt, aber das ist dann halt das Bad Ending. Nun gut. Das behandle ich dann vielleicht in der nächsten Aufnahmesession, dass wir uns einfach mal so durchskippen und das schlechte Ende noch angucken. Ich meine, das dürfte ja eigentlich nicht schwer zu triggern sein, nämlich wenn ich jetzt hier gucke, wenn es zwischen 6 und 9 ist. Also man muss ja wirklich alle Antworten genau treffen, um das gute Ende zu erreichen. Wenn man aber nur zwischen 6 und 9 Punkten hat, diese Pluspunkte hier, dann, ja, ist kacke, ne? Mal gucken, wie viele Punkte können wir eigentlich sammeln? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Das sind schon 9. Das heißt, das hier zählt dann schon gar nicht mehr. Das ist dann mehr so eine Rettung am Ende. Falls man es verkackt hat. Das heißt, wenn wir die beiden letzten Sachen verkacken, einfach was anderes wählen, dann triggern wir das Bad Ending. Das ist etwas, was wir mal machen könnten. Gut. Dann gibt es ja noch 2 Semien-Enden. Bin ich auch sehr gespannt drauf. Das Bad Ending von Alyssa wäre auch noch eine Idee. Huch. Aha. Ivo schaut sich gerade. Ivo schaut sich hier gerade die Übertragung an. Gut. Oh. Ich würde dann auf jeden Fall sagen, das war's dann mal mit dieser Aufnahmesession. Wir schauen uns dann beim nächsten Mal vermutlich das Bad Ending von Uliana an. Und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Session wieder. Bis dann. Ja, herzlich willkommen hier zurück zu Everlasting Summer. Heute wir krapschen aggressive Mädchen an. Wir starten jetzt direkt weiter mit dem Bad Ending von Uliana. Und ich habe mir jetzt, warte mal kurz auf die Zeit gucken, ja, 1,5 Stunden dafür Zeit genommen und ich hoffe, dass ich in der Zeit das auch durchboxe. Gut. Wir krabbeln sie jetzt richtig heftig an, dude. I rudely grabbed Alyssa's wrist. What are you doing? The girl was really frightened. Who told the camp leader that Uliana came to me at night? I don't know, she pleaded piteously. We discussed it this morning, didn't we? She said nothing, but continued to look at me with fear in her eyes. And most importantly, what's the purpose of telling 1,000 lies? I really don't know what you're talking about. Ich glaube, das hatten wir schon. Da können wir skippen, okay. Oh, ich hatte gerade Skip Color, war echt witzig. So. The Lollinator. Come on, get that Lollipussy. Also im Grunde müssen wir jetzt, genau, that's all her fault. Wie wir das machen, triggern wir die Scheißroute, also das Bad Ending. Ja. Der ist auch schon ganz gespannt. Electronic ist so butterig wie immer. I pointed my finger at Uliana. She looked at me strictly in turn. Ihr platzt gleich eine Ader! Nobody accusing you of anything, said Slavy without looking at me. At least there's one sensible person among all the present here. Yet, she added under her breath. What? Everything was exactly as he told you. Ich glaube, wir können auch wieder skippen, ja. Gut. Noch keine große Veränderung. Ah. Gut. Es gibt ein Nude Sprite. Also es gibt ein Nude Sprite von ihr, das weiß ich. Es muss doch irgendwo eine Bumster-Szene mit ihr geben, das gibt's doch gar nicht. Das ist jetzt mein erstes Bad Ending, das ich jetzt mache. Und ich habe hier schon für mich lecker Orangensaft bereitgestellt. Und ich mache mir auch gleich, nachdem ich das aufgenommen habe, eine fette, geile Pizza, weil wir haben nichts anderes mehr im Haus, weißt du? Es ist Sonntag, nichts im Haus. Oh. Ich muss mit Wasser nachspülen, das war etwas zu sauer gerade. Oh. Geh doch zu. Okay. Seid ihr bereit? Ich bin bereit. Yeah, I'm going to pack my stuff too. She didn't reply, so I left the cabin. Well, it looks like my last mission in this camp is complete. Uliana's sentence was overturned after all. The only thing left for me is to leave this place and get ready for something new. Okay. I set my eyes around the room as I entered the camp leader's cabin. Do I have anything to pack anyway? I stuffed my winter clothes into a bag and took a seat on the bed. I was haunted by an agonizing feeling of incompleteness, either déjà vu or a feeling that I forgot something, but still can't remember what it was exactly. Déjà vu! I've been in this place before. Higher on the streets. When all is said and done, I haven't managed to find any answers here, and now I'll have to continue my quest elsewhere. Does it really matter how and why I came here if it's not possible to escape? And it seems that nothing's up to me anyway. Ist die Musik etwas zu laut? Ich weiß es gar nicht. Nö, die ist eigentlich gut so. Everything seemed simpler before. Sure, I had no major prospects, my perspectives were hardly mind-blowing, but at least everything was pretty much clear. Yet the week I've spent here raised more issues than my whole previous life. The clock struck 5 o'clock. The clock struck 5 o'clock! And I took the bag and walked quickly to the bus stop, worried they might leave without me. Huh? Juliana failed. It appeared that the bus was already waiting there, as were all the pioneers. Everyone's here? Again, Olga, Big Titty, Dimitriv, irgendwas. You're leaving our camp today, and I would like to tell you something in parting. She was visibly nervous and desperately lost for words. I hope that you'll remember the time you spent here for a lifetime, and that you'll retain only pleasant memories about Sevyanak. I also hope that you became at least a little bit better, managed to learn something, and found new friends. Just come back next year. The cavalier turned around. It seems that she was trying to hold back her tears. I didn't expect her to get so emotional, although her speak sounded like a complete nonsense, as usual. A pioneer slowly started to get on the bus. Oh, the pioneers. I ran an eye over the crowd, looking for Ulyana. Where's Ulyana? She won't be going. The leaders answered shortly. What? How? Why? She's grounded. But you said... She's at it again. What do you mean? Hey, get inside or they'll leave without you. Indeed, I was the last man standing outside. Wait a second. Move it! She nudged me onto the bus. I decided not to argue. Here, at the end, I can't be held responsible for her forever. Here we go again. If she's going to be so stubborn, then it's up to her to face the consequences. I took the last seat. There was no partner for me, which I was fine with at that moment. However, soon enough Alyssa moved to sit next to me. Where's Ulyana? Stayed. Why? Grounded. I gave one-word replies, showing no interest in conversation. Why? Dunno. And what? You haven't even tried to find out? Is it worth staying back for? You should. For what? If you want to... If you want, you can stay. We haven't gone far. Yeah. She said calmly and went off to her place. Slavia and Senya were sitting in front seats and talking with enthusiasm about something. Lena, Miko, Shurik, Electronic were sitting closer to me and playing cards. Alyssa and some other girl were looking through a magazine. Probably I was the only one who had nothing much to do. I caught myself thinking that I still felt a bit guilty about what happened to Ulyana. But what could I do? If I would stay together with her, I would have probably missed my only chance to leave. And in my position, playing such games could prove fatal. And apart from that, enough is enough. Yet, still I couldn't stop thinking about her. That I am at fault, that I have acted cowardly, done a bad thing. That anyone in my shoes would have. But why? Anyway, who is she to me that I need to take risks for her sake? It was even harder to answer this question. During the week I spent here, I got to know her and others quite well. In the end, I felt responsible for Ulyana in some way. But what's the point of thinking about it now? I'm leaving the Pioneers camp. I'm heading into the unknown. Starting from this moment, I have to make all my decisions based on the assumption that this world is alien to me and most probably hostile. Dude. And I have no one to rely on. Although thinking about it, such state of affairs isn't too new for me. I was always alone in the past. Das ist doch auch irgendeine Anspielung, Alter, hier mit den Dingern und denen. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich frage mich auch immer noch, was die für Dinger im Haar hat, aber naja. Savionok has been left far behind. Night has fallen on this strange world. It was so dark that it seemed the bus was floating across a bluish-black ocean, and only sometimes would gloomy forests and fields reaching the horizon rise like waves from its surface. Anyway, the surroundings were the least of my concerns now. I was knee-deep in my reflection. It feels to me like I've left some unfinished business back at the camp. Even though I can't go back there now. Ich frage mich gerade, wenn Uljane wirklich zurück im Camp geblieben ist, was, die ist doch dann da alleine, oder nicht? Ich meine, da gibt's ja dann eigentlich keinen mehr. Oder ist, Olga auch noch da geblieben? Weil ich glaube nicht, dass Olga hier gerade im Bus mitfährt. Okay, dann ist Olga wohl noch zurückgeblieben. Also, im Camp. Vielleicht auch mental, ich weiß es nicht. Vielleicht schon ein bisschen. Bad things, good things, everything will be forgotten soon, leaving only the fact of my appearance here, the end of my old life and the beginning of the new one. Practically speaking, it's nothing fancy, just an 80s pioneer camp that I've been beamed to from my own time. In any case, I would rather worry about what's waiting for me at the town we're heading for. After all, I've got nowhere to return to. Yes. I have no home, no money, no friends or relatives. All these pioneers that I'll part ways with in a few hours, I won't see any of them ever again. And them, I don't think that they will remember me in a couple of years. It's not a big deal for them. To them I'm the time traveler, but a common boy. To them I'm not the time traveler, but a common boy, their peer. The road seemed endless. Most of the pioneers were long asleep, yet I was still fighting the urge to take a nap. It's always better to enter the unknown while remaining awake, though the unknown always has an edge in this battle, the flow of time that is able to control as it sees fit. You wait a minute, an hour, but nothing happens. Your nerves, already strung out to the limits, finally surrender to the stress and you just fall asleep. Okay. It makes the fact that she had to stay behind even sadder. Okay. Wir starten ab hier. Of course it's just a dream, a figment of my imagination. Although you still can worry about book and film characters. One laughs and cries with them and feel their pain. Same thing for me. It seems that if I had acted differently, the story would have had an even more joyful happy end. However, I'm sure that Uljana is happy in that world. I just can't imagine her upset for longer than 5 minutes. Her optimism will help her to find a way, even in the most difficult situations. I wonder what she will look like when she grows up. The bell rang. My classmate stood up and looked at me keenly. Okay, see ya. Can I grab notes from you later? If you had been writing down your own during the lecture, you wouldn't need any. So, can I? Okay, fine. Cheers! He smiled and left the lecture hall. Slowly I packed all my exercise books and textbooks into my backpack and looked around the empty hall. For a moment I could almost smell the knowledge in the air, like a sea salt in the air on the deck of a ship. Thousands and thousands of students came here to study, to learn something new or to forget something they used to know. Some slept through the lectures, some wrote them down attentively, just like me, but nobody was completely indifferent. Those who didn't care stayed home, pulled the curtains across the windows and fixed their eyes on the monitor. I sighed reluctantly and left the lecture hall with the firm intention of not wasting this day. Nailed it. Das war das Bandend von Uliana. Okay. Vivo hat mich angeschissen. Er hat gesagt, die brauchen stellenweise auch lang. Okay, ja, wir haben es kapiert. Hier kann ich Menü. Gut. Uliana gut, Uliana bad. Miku. Nein! Das wollte ich nicht! Okay. Aha, gut. Das war jetzt also das Bad Ending, ha? War ziemlich lame, ne? Naja, gut. Ich würde sagen, ich starte dann gleich direkt mit der nächsten Folge. God damn, dude. Das wäre eigentlich genau die Art von Mädchen, auf die ich stehen würde. Das ist so furchtbar. Okay. Ich sage jetzt einfach mal, ich skippe mich da durch und dann sehen wir uns wieder in der nächsten Folge Aufnahme, was auch immer passieren wird. Bis dann.